Hello, welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. Guys, I've been away from my garden and from my chickens for about 5 days now, attending a funeral in Louisiana. My aunt passed, but I returned to the garden to see that everything has really been hydrated. I was told that it rained for a couple of days while I was away. So I just want to take you to the garden so that you can see how everything's growing. And guys, it looks like I can do a lot of harvesting. So let me take you around and show you what the garden is looking like on May 10th of 2023. Brussels sprouts are getting bigger. Sugar snap peas are really growing. Should be putting on peas very soon. Potatoes are really growing. These mustard greens are really growing beautifully. Look at that, guys. Peppers are coming along. More peppers and eggplant. These were most recently planted. Over here, the peppers haven't grown very much, but cucumbers are doing well there. I'm seeing a little grass and weeds growing here. Let me just pull this out. More peppers there. I see grass there, but I'll get that later. Sugar snap peas, carrots. The collards look like I can harvest some of these collards, as well as kale. I can begin harvesting some of this red Russian kale as well, and some Swiss chard. As you can see, the older ones are much bigger, and I can definitely go on and start harvesting some of these beautiful leaves. The cabbage is doing well, and as you can see, it's beginning to form that head, the cabbage head. And over in the back, guys, let's see here. The collards in my tiered planter are doing well. The carrots have really grown since I last seen them, and also the kale here is doing well. And I'm just going to remove these yellowing leaves. And as you can see, the tomatoes are really growing. Really growing. And guys, I've noticed that my zucchini is coming. You see there? There's one there, another one there. And on this one, there's one there. Same thing here. One zucchini there, another one there, and another female here. There's a female and another female. And one back there, if you can see that one. Well, two, actually. One there and another one here. So two females there too. And one coming on here. So really excited. Last year when I was growing zucchini, I had a whole bunch of male flowers. These are my boxes for more potatoes. I haven't been able to get to it as of yet. Hopefully I'll get that done this week. But here is my celery, and they have grown since I last looked at them. Get some of this grass out of here. But that's the celery. And of course, this is my broccoli. Lots of grass and weeds in these pots that needs to be cleaned out. Oh boy, one day at a time, right? But this is the broccoli. So now I'm going to take you to my shade garden and let you see how things are going there. I noticed that over here in bed number 9, the mustard greens are started going to seed. So I'm going to harvest the bigger of the leaves and maybe plant something else in this space. My lettuce and pak choi look like the pak choi can be harvested. And also my spinach. Look at this spinach, guys. I can really harvest from this spinach and even some of this lettuce. I've also planted my cherry 100 tomatoes in this garden as well. There's some here too. And over here, this is a volunteer blackberry plant here. And it looks like my lettuce didn't really produce for me this year because as you can see, a lot of it is going to seed. But over there, my potatoes are doing well, and there's also a lot of oregano trying to take over, but the potatoes have really sprung up from the last time I saw it. The turnip greens are doing beautifully. They're growing, as you can see there. The strawberries are doing well. I need to trim back this peach tree because it's hanging over it, as you can see. I've planted more tomatoes here, and I've planted a tomato here. I had a second one in here. Would you look at this? Something ate all the leaves off of this tomato plant. So I have some more in the greenhouse that I can bring out, but I'm just noticing that, which means I need to start spraying for the tomato hornworm. And my cucumbers in here have really grown. They were recently planted as well. And inside this garden, you know, with asparagus, you have to harvest regularly. And this is from 5 days of no harvesting. They are really growing and putting on foliage. So it's time for me to cut them back. But my field peas have come up beautifully. And I really plant a lot of them because it takes a lot, for a meal. Over in this bed, guys, are my strike bush beans, and they've come up nicely as well. And you can see all the rows I've made of them, and pretty much every seed germinated. It's only a few where I see an empty space, and they were planted about 4 inches apart. Over in this bed, I have my some onions and garlic, cauliflower, cabbage, and they're doing fine. I was just so afraid that I was going to come back and see a bunch of dead plants, but thank God for the rain that we received. And then over here is Ava's bed, guys. She planted tomatoes, peppers, Swiss chard, cabbage. She wanted marigolds in her bed as well. And I think she's got a few collard greens in here also. But this is Ava's garden. Over here is my herb bed, in which I will be removing a lot of this oregano because this is just too much. It's just taking over the whole bed. Over here I have my corn, and I'm seeing a lot of empty spaces, so I may try to move some of this corn so that there's enough spacing. This bed is where I will be planting my sweet potatoes, and so I have a lot of grass to get out of here, and I've got some bags of Miracle-Gro raised garden bed soil that I will be adding to this bed. Then over here, guys, I have squash, corn, and lima beans in this bed. Over here in the tires, which is what I call my Diva Jones bed, I've got all of my hot peppers, and you can see grass is trying to come up all around it. So I've got a lot of work to do in the garden. Over in this bed is my okra, and in between the okra I've got a lot of grass also that has come up, but as you can see, the okra, it's coming up nicely. They are slow to get started, but once they start growing, they can really get very tall. Over here is a bed of lima beans, but I'm also noticing a lot of grass trying to creep in, and I'm going to sow some additional seeds of lima beans. I think the seeds that I used were about 3 or 4 years old in this bed, so I'm going to throw in some more because this bed was a different set of lima beans and looked like they all came up. So I'm sure the reason why this one hasn't come up is because the seeds were old. And here are my onions. And in this bed, this is where I'm going to try to plant some cantaloupe and watermelon. But there's some onion that looked like was left behind from last year. And then also I'm going to add more soil to this bed as well. Over here in these two blue containers, I have spaghetti squash, and they seem to be doing okay in both of those. I've got more planting of potatoes to do over there. And that's it, guys. That's what the garden is looking like at this time. As I've stated, I've missed like 5 days of being in the garden. So see a lot of maintenance that needs to be done, because truly there's something that you can do in the garden every day. And but I'm really thankful though that all of the food planted are still doing well. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you would consider subscribing. And if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate you joining me. And thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. I'm really grateful for all of your support. And just want to wish you all a wonderful and blessed day. God bless. Bye-bye.